Welcome to Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, your podcast dedicated to all things Animal Crossing. Episode 197 is brought to you by Lindsay Michaels, Silent J, and Annette Allman, some of our newest Patreon patrons. This week, Nina, Sergio, and I are giving some gameplay updates in New Horizons, and we're going to talk about other games we've been playing. After that, we're going in depth with our thoughts on the new Halloween items and future updates. Finally, we ask our patrons if they've restarted or flattened their islands. So to begin, hello Nina, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. A little stressed because my apartment has been re-plumbed. I got brand new pipes everywhere, so that's good. But it's been a lot.
Did they replace all the lead piping? Was that a thing in your place?
No, but they definitely took out all the copper piping, and I heard them talking about cutting it up and making some money. So
yeah,
yeah,
they make bank with that stuff, I'm sure.
for real.
Was Mario there?
You know what? Not Mario, but if you've seen the Mario Brothers movie, one of the guys definitely looks like the Luigi from that.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mario must have been in the truck in charge.
We still have to do that movie night for that movie.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's true.
Yes, we got to find it online somewhere.
We'll make it happen. And then, hi
Nice.
Sergio, how are you doing?
Hi Chuy, hi Nina. I'm doing pretty good. We're recording this on August 23. It's a very special day today. It's KK's birthday. Happy 54th birthday,
54.
KK. He's looking pretty good, right, for his age?
Wow.
I mean, compared to how he looked in New Leaf, he is looking a little bit, dirty, dusty. He's getting there in age, but he's still doing pretty good.
He's doing great. He looks like, same old, not a gray hair on him.
Yeah.
So is that the age of the music producer person?
Of his human version? Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So before we get into the show, really quickly, Nina, I wanted to know, what was your favorite field trip that you ever went on?
As a child?
Yeah.
I can't think. I was a safety officer in 5th grade, and they took us all to Washington D.C. That was pretty cool.
That's an awesome one.
Yeah, it was
I
a long
never
bus
got
drive.
to go on a trip like that.
No? Oh, it was
Yeah.
cool.
No. But I mean, I'm clear across the country from there.
That's true. You can't take a bus up to D.C.
No.
I think we went
So
to
what made
the
it memorable,
High
I guess?
Museum. I think just because I was in 5th grade and I got to go on a trip without my parents. That was the cool part.
That's true. It's hard to get anywhere without your parents when you're that age.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I liked. I don't remember where we went. I think I remember seeing the Constitution.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Sergio, what were you afraid of as a child?
Can I say something I'm still afraid of right now?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you're feeling, for sure.
Well, I mean, afraid is a strong word, but I guess I kind of am. I mean, yeah, bugs do freak me out. I kind of like bladders.
Oh, yeah. Bugs Bunny, I get it. No, I'm just kidding. So have you had that since you were a kid?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
So no bugs for Sergio?
They
about,
used to tell me that drinking lemonade would keep them away, so I drank a lot of lemonade. as a
What?
kid.
What?
That seems like it would be the opposite.
Yeah, they love sugar, right?
Yeah.
What about butterflies? Any kind of bugs?
No, but butterflies are okay. I mean, they're a little bit icky.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have them around, but they can be okay. Ladybugs are okay too. But that's
Oh.
borderline. Anything beyond that, yeah, no.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. I took an entomology class once, and I got to raise a little butterfly. So that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a caterpillar. It was in its chrysalis so long. I was like, this thing's dead, right? Like, it's not coming back. But no, I mean, I kept it, and then eventually it turned into a butterfly. I got back from class one day, and there it was.
Evolution. Pokemon at its finest.
Yeah, the true inspiration behind Pokemon. I think it's actually bugs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I've got one for you, Chewy.
All right, shoot.
Ooh.
You're at a state fair, like a dinky one. Like, not everything is safe. What ride do you go on first?
If they have it available, we do a log ride. Like Jackie and I will always go
What
on a
kind
log
of
ride together.
fancy fair are you going to? It's got water rides.
The state fairs that are kind of bigger
Yeah.
have those, so if that's an option, definitely that.
Wow.
If not, I don't know. I really am a fan of those like scary little rides where they put you in a car and they have you go through a little building. I don't know if you recognize
Oh,
those.
the
They're kind
haunted
of flat,
houses?
kind of tall. Yeah, those haunted house
Uh-huh.
things. I love those. I like getting in those and riding them.
How fun.
Yeah. But yeah, if you go to the big state fairs, I feel like they have more of those types of things, like the big rides.
Jeez.
I've seen ones with like huge Ferris wheels too that are
I'm
pretty
missing
fun.
out, apparently.
Come to the West Coast.
Okay.
That's where the state fairs have those rides.
That's where the log flumes are.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, that was fun. I will have more questions for you all next week.
Okay.
Oh.
So before, once again, we get too far into this, I want to do some housekeeping. First warning I want to give you all is to subscribe to the Haken Podcast YouTube channel if you enjoy listening to the podcast on YouTube. Episode 200 will be the last Haken episode that airs on the Chuy Plays YouTube. From there, it's going to have its own home. So be sure to move on over if you want to keep listening to the show on YouTube. If not, then maybe you like listening to it on podcast platforms or on Spotify, iTunes, a bunch of different ones. So you should be able to find those all in the description. It's super easy to find whenever you're listening to the show. You can also find the new Haken social media pages there. So if you want your place to just like take in all things Haken, they're all made. They're not full of things yet, but I've got some plans of what I'm doing pretty soon.
Nice.
I guess I'll let you in on it. The first thing I'm going to be posting there is all of the old Haken artwork that we've had. I'll probably do like one piece daily so we can kind of relive all of those. So maybe you'll find
Nice.
your favorites. Maybe you'll find some new favorites that you maybe missed throughout the years. But we have had a lot of different art. So I'm going to be sharing it there so you all can relive through all that. And then the last thing, I am working on updating the Patreon tiers and rewards. There's still some stuff I'm going to change around. Most of the things that existed are still there, that they have the same price, but there's some differences in what the rewards are. So head over to patreon.com/ChuyPlays. It's just Chuy Plays now. Skip the Nintendo part. I made that change today and then was updating all of these YouTube videos to reflect that, but that's a different story. Anyways, check that out, and you should be able to see if you want to contribute some money, help our show keep growing, help me try to make a living out of this. Then yeah, that'd be greatly appreciated. So that's everything. If you need to hear it again, there's a rewind button, but let's go ahead and hop into the actual show. So gameplay update. Nina, Sergio, we went all in last week on going over Nina's struggles with restarting or flattening, and
Right.
Nina, I think it's safe to say we should start with you here. What's your gameplay update?
So I've actually been revisiting Fox Cove, inspired by our episode last week. I wanted to, before I restarted Fox Cove again, I wanted to just kind of see where I was, see what my islands looked like, what the map was, how far I had gotten. The answer was not very far. I still didn't have like the first 3 homes, or well, the second 3 homes yet. And the map was looking really good. So I think I'm just going to keep going with that Fox Cove and
Mm-hmm.
dive deep into like making a flag, making a theme, drawing out some ideas. I even finished building those 3 Nook homes this afternoon, and I've got Sherb, Aurora, and Truffles moving in. So I'm excited about those
Oh.
3. And I think I'm excited. Though, okay, I will say I started playing on Sunday, which was the fireworks festival.
Mm.
And I don't have the the building, the resident services office yet. It's still in a tent. So I was first of all surprised that I even got the fireworks festival.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, if you guys remember, Fox Cove is in the southern hemisphere, so it's snowy. You know, it's
Oh.
it's completely winter, covered snow on the ground, and nothing else has changed about the fireworks festival. What particularly struck me as weird is that the booth is still got Uchiwa fans like hanging up in the back, which is obviously a summertime item. Like I do not need it in my winter item. So, it's kind of just like another reminder that the Southern Hemisphere, while an excellent addition to New Horizons, still is kind of an afterthought for Nintendo.
Mm.
Yeah, it seems like that's a good opportunity to really like encourage playing with other people by having like season specific items for those
Oh,
events.
Yeah.
yes.
Give me a little like a one of those hand warmer things that you stick your hands in on either side or something.
Yeah, exactly. If yeah, I'm really surprised that they just kind of kept them the same. I mean, I'm not like really surprised, but I guess I'm more like you guys could have done something more with
Right,
this,
Yeah.
right.
but I guess not.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to ask you at the very beginning, you mentioned you're sticking with this current iteration of Fox Cove because you like the map, and I wanted to know, like,
Mhm.
what exactly about the map was it that kept you interested in it? I'm guessing it has like tide pools, right?
It definitely has tide pools. It has a lot of tide pools, which are just adorable. Still think it's a missed opportunity that we can't like catch creatures in the tide pools. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. Um, but it also has this little island in the middle of the map that is, naturally created from the rivers, which is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
It has this like little enclave where I'm thinking about putting maybe my museum back in there so that I have like a nice path, like a winding path up to the museum. And then the right hand side has a super long cliff. Um, how do I explain this? So like the beach and the rocks are kind of barricaded off by the 3-tiered cliffs, and that's all made
Mm.
naturally, obviously, because I don't have terraforming yet. And I don't know, it just was some really interesting natural features that drew me in.
That's pretty cool. So that island that forms, did you go with that one that like kind of makes a circle with the rivers? Because
Um,
I feel like I've seen some iterations of that.
yeah, it definitely makes a circle. It's a complete island in the middle of it.
That's pretty cute. I want to see this map. You should totally take a snapshot and share it.
It's on my Twitter if you want to check it out.
What? I must have missed it. I have not looked at there too much lately.
That's okay.
Uh, well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out and see what it looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I've started like a whole little Twitter like thread of all my little Fox Cove discoveries, replaying it
Oh.
recently.
Cute. That I'm sure that sounds like it's a good way to get back into it. Like
Mhm.
have it be an active part of your life as you play and kind of just share your progress.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that this time it'll stick and I'll keep on going.
That's awesome. Sergio, what have you been doing in Animal Crossing lately?
Well, lately, as you know, I only play on Saturdays to see KK
Mm.
Slider. I was thinking he should have taken this Saturday off because it's his
Oh,
birthday so soon, but no, he
Yeah.
was there. I wasn't sure if there was gonna be like a bug off, but no, there wasn't. He was there, and yeah, mostly that's why I play on Saturdays, right? But
hmm
I've also been trying to do a little extra. It's not too much, mind you. I try to catch one bug, fish one fish, and pick up one weed. you
every
know,
day,
every week.
every week.
yeah. So I did that, which was nice. But I figured, well, I might as since I'm here, I might as well find the bottle, right, and get some DIY.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it, and I kept looking, and it was almost at the last place where I hadn't looked at first. So I basically did a run all around my island, and I finally found it. And it happened to be a DIY that a very special person to me was looking for, and it was the last DIY they needed. Chuy, how many DIYs are there? Are there thousands or hundreds?
Oh.
I think there's hundreds. I don't think we're into the thousands range, but I don't know the exact number at all.
Okay, yeah, I figured like 1,000. Well, maybe like high hundreds, right? But it was
Yeah.
the last one he needed out of hundreds, and I happened to get that one. I had actually looked for it already, like on Haken trades, and nobody had
hmm
an extra one. So the fact that I went out of my way to get the bottle and it was that DIY, I could not believe it. I still can't. It was crazy.
Wait, so what
That's
was it?
awesome.
Oh, it was the gold rose wreath. It's pretty
Oh,
rare.
nice, nice.
Yes.
That's a good
Yeah,
find.
that
The
is a good
wreaths
one.
are, those are the ones that are on people's list for this is what I need to
Yes.
complete my collection
Yeah.
here.
Yes, the wreaths and the crowns are driving me crazy.
Yeah, those are the ones. Those are the rare ones that are hard to
hmm
find.
Yeah. And it reminded me that I love Animal Crossing for magical moments like that. I added
Aw.
one more to that collection.
That's cute. You know, the beginning of what you said totally reminded me, like, KK Slider playing some music and it being his birthday. So I totally believe that. Like, I think he would definitely be out on his birthday playing music if that was what
Oh.
because that's what he loves to
Yeah.
do, and
Yeah.
it's like
hmm
that's how he's gonna spend his birthday. Because I've totally done that before. Way
Ooh.
back, I had a friend call me up one day, and he was like, "Hey, our guitarist just quit the band. Can you learn 20 songs and play with us tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got nothing going on. It's my birthday." And so
Oh.
I just like spent the night learning some songs, and then I went and played some music, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh,
It was a great
Aw.
birthday.
that's awesome.
Man, it'd be cute
Yeah.
if there were like little balloons or something though, when you go
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Saturday. Or he
That
had in
would be
like a
pretty
Oh
great.
pin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he does make a big deal of your birthday when
Yeah.
you go to that show.
Yeah.
I
Aw.
had a weird thing with my birthday these past couple years. Both of them fell on days that KK Slider was already visiting.
Yes, right.
Oh.
Does he and I have to ask because I honestly don't know at this point. Does he come special on your birthday?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, okay, now here's my other issue. Does that visit count as one of your KK Slider shows?
Uh,
Oof. I want to say no. I
yeah, I don't
not
think
sure, but I
so.
would say no.
Okay, well,
Cause
I'm a little less mad then because, like, the first year my birthday was on a Saturday. KK Slider's already there, like,
Right, right.
yeah.
and so there's not really like a chance for me to get an extra thing toward that KK Slider goal.
Right, right.
And then this year there's a bug tournament on the Saturday of my birthday, and then no, the Saturday before my birthday. And then KK Slider was on the next day, which was my birthday, like the
Right,
Sunday.
right.
And I was like, what? Again? This is happening again? I want extra KK Slider shows. Come on.
Year 3.
Year 3, that's what I
Well,
have to wait
Sure,
for to
yeah.
make it happen.
okay, I have
Yeah.
a DIY count. You guys ready?
Ooh.
Yes, tell me.
641.
Whoa.
They need more.
More.
More, for sure. Like, I mean, what's Sergio saying here? DIY collections are being complete at this point.
That's
I think
true.
it makes sense that they double the number and
Yeah.
give us like a whole
Yes.
another year to collect even more DIYs.
Wow. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I think it'd make things super interesting for players. And then you'd finally be excited to see your villagers crafting again.
That's true.
Man, I can't tell you how many times I walk in and I see my villager crafting and then I say a quick hello and then bye. No, I don't want to know what you're making. I have it.
Yeah, because they're never making wreaths.
No. And sometimes I do check, and if they are, I let you know if they're
Yeah.
making reads. But outside of that, usually I just say hello and then I walk out and I'm like, I'll talk to you when you're not busy.
Wreaths, crowns, and I got to start hunting Celeste back down again. I am missing a few Celeste stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? I saw Celeste for the first time in a while, like last week or maybe the week before. And I was like, oh yeah, Celeste comes into this town and visits. I have made no effort since getting all of her DIYs.
She's such a cutie, though.
Yeah, she is really cute. So I guess I should tell you what I've been doing
Yeah.
in the game. I desperately need to catch all the bugs and fish I'm missing before August ends because it's going to be a long wait to next July if I miss them again. So right now I feel like I'm cutting it really close. We've got about a week left of August, so I've got to get on it. They're all the late night things, so I have to play at night specifically.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, 9 p.m. and later.
Yeah, there's I think one that maybe a couple that start showing up around I want to say 5 or 6 I think. So I can do those a little bit earlier, but yeah, the vast majority are there like all night, so it kind of makes more sense to do it during the night. And then outside of that, like I've been working on finishing the New Horizons review, and I need my town to look pretty okay with that. And so I'm trying to clean up some of the overgrown flowers that I've got just to get footage for videos. But yeah, not too much on my end. Mostly just working on that collection and then trying to catch as many bugs and fish so I can finally finish those things. I'm down to like 8 achievements that I have to unlock in the game.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, I count. I keep count. I finally got the 60 KK Slider shows this past weekend. So 40 weeks to go till I beat this game. So I did want to ask both of you, do you have any goals in New Horizons going into September and the autumn season in our hemispheres? Nina, do you want to start here?
Well, the first thing that popped into my head when you asked this was I still need to catch that dang spider crab, but even in the southern hemisphere, it doesn't appear until December. So I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to finish my diving collection a little bit longer.
Well, September is really close. It's like
No,
a week and a half away. Not that I'm counting.
December.
Oh, December. I thought you
Yeah.
said September. Sorry. Okay.
It's far.
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
it'll come. And I also got to work. I really need to buckle down and start trading for Red's art. I want to finish my art museum really badly. So I got to get back into being more active in the Discord and trying to trade with people. Plus, I'm hoping Fox Cove will be helpful in finding more artwork too.
Right.
Plus, Great British Bake Off is coming soon. I'm not quite positive when it's going to air for US Netflix, but I love making sweaters based off Noel Fielding's outfits. So
Yeah.
that'll be so fun for fall.
I love that. I'm just like already getting really excited to start getting into sweater designing again because that
Yeah.
was something that was surprisingly big for me last fall and winter.
I
was just like,
remember.
yeah, I got really into it. I was like, here's my collection this year. I posted it up on Twitter and Instagram, and I was just like, check out my designs. We got these sweaters in the Chuy Plays sweaters. Here you go.
You had like a whole autumnal like fashion show. Like you were ready for the runway.
Yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to accomplish last fall after I had just finished the big flattening that I
Yes.
did.
Hmm.
And then after that I was just like, I'm gonna make designs and this is gonna be a lot more relaxing, I think.
Yes.
Um, yeah, well, that's fun. That's a really cool goal. Sergio, what are you hoping to do?
I'm hoping to get the motivation I need to actually clean up my island, because if I
Hmm.
pick up one weed every week, I'm sure every week more than one of them grow, so
Yeah.
I'm not really cleaning. But
No.
yeah, it could take a while, but it's gonna be worth it. And Nina, your story about catching up on Reds R reminded me that I really need to get back into at least checking the special characters that visit every day because I
Mm.
definitely need the golden shovel.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely need to check the special visitors and keep track of that.
I
You
think
need to play during the week then, because they don't show up on
Yeah,
Saturdays,
yeah,
it's
Sergio.
yeah.
true. I think Tab in the Discord is still waiting for her golden shovel too. Apparently, it's elusive.
It took so long. It took me forever to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got it so fast, Nina. Maybe
So,
it's because the beginning of the game had like different rates for
mm-hmm.
Gulliver, and I think you
Right.
benefited from that.
Oh,
Like he
that's
was there a
true.
lot more often.
Yeah.
Must have been.
So,
Plus, I wonder if, like, after you get, what is it, 30 visits or something like that? 60? How many visits is it?
well, the difficulty is that like Gullivar does not count toward the
Right.
golden shovel, but Gullivar does count toward that like 20 visit goal
20? Okay.
from
Oh.
yeah, so it's 20, the 20 visit goal for Gulliver.
Mm-hmm.
Um both Gulliver and Gullivar count toward that, so that threw my count all off and I just never
Right,
knew
right.
where I was. And so I kept
Well,
going and I was like maybe I broke the game. Maybe it's never going to give it to me.
so my theory, I guess, because it is taking you guys so long, I'm wondering if after you've reached that goal, then there's like a percentage of getting it on his next trip. It's not like a
Oh.
sure thing. I don't
Mm.
know.
Oh
I think
man.
it is a sure thing. Like at
Oh,
30,
okay.
it is a sure thing. Just, I lost count and I had no idea where I was, so it just felt like it took forever.
Look, you just gotta stop ignoring all the dead bodies on your beach. You gotta revive them,
I
you
guess that's
know?
true. Yeah.
Learn
But
that CPR.
also, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just are okay.
They're just
Maybe they're
sleeping.
okay.
Yeah.
Gulliver's always faking it. We know.
Yes.
That's true.
He says snoring sounds. Like he doesn't even say honk shoe.
Yeah, exactly. He's not really snoring. Yeah. So for me, main goal is still, like I said, catching those bug and fish that I'm missing and getting, just my complete collection of models for the creatures. I'm
Wow.
close, but the vast majority of them are only in July and August, so I'm feeling the pressure right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And from there, I want to finish those videos so I can flatten my island and do a whole redesign.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Are
Yeah.
you ready for that again?
You know what? I think I am. I think I've discovered some nice things to do in regards to my island. So I think there are portions that I really like. So I might not flatten the whole thing, but I know
Hmm.
for sure I'm getting rid of my little village where all
Mm.
my animals are kind of together.
Right.
And most of the thing behind that is just like they're clustered so close it's hard for me to give them a proper yard.
Yeah.
And
Right,
that's
right.
that's the main thing I want to change. So I don't think my whole island really needs a gigantic redesign, but a good portion of it will get redesigned, I think.
Mhm.
Because that central village that I made, it's a huge piece of land right there.
It
Yeah.
So
really is. Yeah.
yeah, so I have some things to change up there for sure.
Make sure you take
Yeah.
some good pictures before it goes, because
Yeah, true.
it always looks
Oh,
really
definitely.
cool with them all stacked together in different levels. It was a cool idea.
Yeah. So before we move into our next topic, I did want to ask you really quickly, since we're only playing so much Animal Crossing these days. What other games are you both playing? Sergio, let's start with you.
I'm playing an adventure game called The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's part of the Phoenix Wright series. It's sort of a
Oh.
prequel. And these are the kind of games that basically take over your life, especially if you like the genre. So that's all I'm playing. It has two games in the series, and yesterday I finished the first one, so now I'm starting the second one, and it's really, really good. Before this one, I was actually playing The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. And
Mm.
some of you may know that I wasn't a big fan of the game when that came out on the Wii many years ago, but now I was actually really, really liking it. But then Great
Oh,
Ace Attorney came out, and I, I had to move on. But I'm looking forward to actually coming back to Skyward Sword.
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Enjoying some Zelda. Nina, what are you playing?
Um, I've been in a bit of a gaming lull lately. I've like started having to do yoga after school because I did something weird to my back and it's been so stressful. So I like accidentally killed my two Tamagotchis.
Oh,
Like I've just been kind of zoning out on my phone after school. I did rebeat the original Plants vs Zombies on my phone if that counts as gaming. um I don't know. I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready. Gosh,
awesome.
yeah. There's even like the third season is out on Sea of Thieves, and I can't even tell you the last time I played Sea of
Oh,
Thieves. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I know. I
whoa.
You're
I
out
gotta
of
do
it.
it.
Well, hopefully you get a good break soon and you
Yeah.
can catch up on some games.
And the yoga's been really, really helpful. So
That's
at
great.
least I've been doing something.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Cool. So for me, I have been playing a lot of Bug Fables and Garden Story. A little
Ooh.
less Bug Fables these days. It's like kind of if you like Paper Mario, more like the classic Paper Mario's N64, GameCube. Bug Fables is the game that you need to play. It's on
Yes.
par with those. It's so good. I'm stuck on the last boss though, and I know I
Ooh.
have to go and grind some experience
Uh.
points in different places to beat it, or maybe find some stronger medals because the ones I have aren't cutting it.
Mhm.
So I'll probably, go back into that game eventually to just finally finish it off and be done with that last boss. The next game, Garden Story, brand new. It
Yeah.
came out about 2 weeks ago now,
Oh.
and I'm loving it. It's like a top-down action RPG, more like Zelda games. I kind of expected it to be along the lines of like Stardew Valley, life farming sim type of
Right.
things,
Yeah.
but it's an action game. It's
Wow.
an RPG, yeah. And so I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's got really adorable art and really nice music, and I made a
Ooh.
video of it over on YouTube. So feel free to check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about the game.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a cute one for sure. You play it as a little grape, and he gets to wear
What?
hats. And he wears cute little hats and backpacks. I don't
Oh,
know if he
wow.
can get any cuter.
Are you green or are you purple?
Purple, and your name's Concord.
Oh. Oh. That's really
I
cute.
know. Yep. And there's a frog named Rana,
Oh.
Ooh.
Spanish for frog.
Oh.
So it's great. And they use they, them pronouns for all the characters too,
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
which is really nice for, we're a lot of us here hosting the podcast, we're from an older generation where that stuff didn't exist because people just weren't there yet. But now that we are, it's a nice way to practice that and get into the habit of getting people's pronouns correct too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
so nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I think we need to move on though, because we've been here for a little bit. I have a new thing to talk to you both about. We didn't quite get to talk about this when it was a little bit more relevant, but we had an update, the most recent one, and there was some October content in this update.
Yes.
And I really wanted to talk to you both, like,
Yeah, we
if we
recorded
thought
separately.
Yeah, we recorded separately, but we didn't get to have like a good discussion together, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the last few episodes of the podcast have been very different, and we haven't gotten to address this completely. So, was the October content added by mistake? I want to ask both of you, what do you think, Nina?
I don't think Nintendo makes mistakes often. I'm sure that within their company, they have to go over so many hurdles to even put out an update, and so many eyes get put on it that mistakes are super few and far between.
Mm-hmm.
They also know that data miners and fans pick apart every single update. So, unfortunately, I do not think this was a mistake. And I think I have come to the sad conclusion that that's all we're getting for Halloween.
Oh.
Nobody tell
I
Jack.
Honestly, I'm in the same place as you. I don't think it was a mistake. I really think like this update was put out there and it is including three things through Halloween at
Right.
this point.
Right.
And I know, Nina, right away you were disappointed in it because you're like,
Yes.
that's it. I needed more because Halloween's obviously really great and we want it to be super big, but at the same time, I'm like, I think that's it. Luckily,
Mm,
they nail it with these items. Every new set is so cute.
uh,
I would love to have more, but I guess, I don't want to get too spoilery. So I guess without saying it, I could say there's an item that I would very much love. If you think about what I really like in Animal Crossing, you know exactly what it is. If you've been listening for a while at least. So Sergio, I guess what do you think here?
Oh, I'm with you both. I don't think it was a
Mm,
mistake. I think they were either, preparing ahead of time and they just said, let's just put it there since we have it done. Maybe
mhm.
they knew that it was going to get data mined and that people were going to talk about it. And, that creates some controversy, but maybe the good kind, any advertisement, it's good advertisement, as they
Mhm.
say. So,
mm-hmm.
yeah, they got people talking and now we know. Yeah, I don't think it was a mistake.
Yeah. So we're all there. It's what's there is there.
Yeah.
It's what we're getting. So I guess I do have another follow-up question here. Do you think we'll see another update in October at all? Sergio, you can continue here.
Yeah, I think they have to because Halloween is pretty big. It's the next big holiday event, so I think they need to have a little update and at least talk about it. It might be more of a video update saying this is coming out or it's
Mhm.
actually in the game now and it's gonna get unlocked at this date or so. And I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping we get more items. Maybe I mean, if I'm really hopeful, I hope we get new Halloween related features, but I doubt it, especially since they're in the game already.
Yeah, now that you mention it, like it is strange in the sense like this Halloween stuff wasn't mentioned at all in their like
Yeah.
Right.
usual
Right.
Japan blog. It was just like here, what did they fireworks. Here's fireworks. There you
Yes.
go. um so yeah, I mean I could see like another little blog going up regarding this, but for I don't know if this is video worthy to
Oh wow.
them. We've seen a lot of updates that are like not giving us the full video treatment and
Yeah.
Right.
honestly, I think the video updates have been a lot more solid across the board of
Mhm.
like,
Yes.
oh, they're not
Yes.
just like the ones without the videos tend to be the smaller updates.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So as far as like what I think it's probably gonna just be like the next update unlocks the holiday event with Jack because I think that's
Yes.
the only thing that's locked at the moment, and that even I remember talking to Justin of Animal Crossing World, and he told me that basically there's a couple different things that they do with updates. The stuff that we get through Nook Shopping are kind of server time locked. So there's a server out
Mm.
there
Mm.
that's keeping track of the time. And when we reach a certain day, it's like, okay, you can access that stuff now. So I kind of wonder if the Halloween things like that, or if it's like it has to actually get added into the code
Right, right.
through an update. I'm assuming it's going to be like the server time lock thing, if I had to guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So Nina, what do you think? Another update in October?
I don't think we'll get any big items. More of an update. I would like to see maybe a few extra, like the seasonal Nook shopping items. I think it'd be
Mm.
super cute. So I especially love that they come with the little cards you can flip over to learn about the holiday or the country.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be really cute if we got one about Halloween and how it got started. So I was thinking like maybe like a little witch broom that leaned in the corner. Or if we got a little drinkable pumpkin spice latte, I'd lose my mind. That would be
Oh,
Yes.
incredible. Or like a little black cat or something like that. I don't know, something Halloweeny
oh,
that we could have one of those little cultural cards to learn about.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I would love that. I think that's like the perfect thing to have as a seasonal thing. And that kind of makes me think like I don't know if we've quite gotten that for any of like the main events,
right.
you know?
Right.
I think those have been things that have been saved for the smaller holidays that they're just like it's this
Hmm.
holiday somewhere, here's some information about it, here's the item, there you go. But like the main events, the ones that they actually celebrate in game, they haven't gotten a card, and I think we need that now. You're
Yeah.
totally right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So my next question here is Nintendo promised us more content would be coming to New Horizons this year. When do you think we'll see that? Because there's only so much year left after this October. Nina, what do you think here?
Mm. um, I, I am back in my pessimism boat. I got my hopes up for Halloween and have been crushed once again. So I don't. No, I don't. We are almost to the end of the year. And I think that the updates they were promising are the little bitty cultural stuff that we've been getting. So I'm going to
Mm.
say
Yeah.
never.
Never ever.
Never.
Okay. It hurts. It hurts. Sergio, what are you thinking here? More than never or less?
A little bit less. I'm on
Oh
Nina's
no.
side to some extent because I do wonder if they're actually telling us the truth about that. But I think if we are getting somewhat of a substantial update, the best timing would be to announce it sometime in November and then have it out around middle of December, before the holidays, in case it's holiday related or so that
Mm,
people can come back to the game in the holidays and maybe experience some of that.
Hmm.
But that's if they're telling us the truth. If.
yeah. One
Well,
last push to sell games towards kids.
yeah, I'll be the more optimistic one in this group then, since I have to be. Um, for sure there'll be an update.
Hmm.
Most likely around mid-November. I think that was around the time frame that we got the Turkey Day update last time, like kind
Yes.
of just that week right before Turkey Day
Right.
happened, and then
Right.
that included Turkey Day and Toy Day. So that
Mm.
Hmm.
100% is going to happen. I'm guessing we'll see pretty similar things to what we're seeing for Halloween this year, where it's just like a
Hmm.
few new items. I would love, new DIYs. That's the main thing that would match up with this Halloween one, because there are going to be like new DIY items for Halloween, new DIYs for Turkey Day and Toy Day. The other thing is like I don't know. We've seen data mines of the game. Not that we can believe them all yet, because obviously not all of them have happened. But
Hmm.
Mm.
just the fact that like some
Oh.
of them have, and some of them have made a return to showing us even more info that could be happening into the game.
Hmm.
I'm still gonna believe that there's a huge update that they are working on. I think they basically said we can't keep up with the schedule. Let's work on this huge update that's gonna be more welcome amiibo-ish. Fall in
Mm.
year 3, year 4, something late.
Oh man.
Oh, please not year 4. Year 3 is surprisingly close. Not gonna. It's surprisingly close at this point. We're
Hmm.
getting desperate here. Um, but yeah, I still think there's something in the works that there's going to be something that kind of revamps the game to some extent for
Mm.
people. So
Hmm.
I just have to believe. I'm not in that never boat quite yet, but I am in the boat of like it's gonna take a while.
I got room in
So
my boat if you guys ever want to join me.
we're sailing the Sea of Thieves with you.
Me and Bracken over here.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, so last question for both of you, and I think I kind of know the answer here. Do you think the next update will be substantial or roughly the same we've been getting in year two? Sergio, what do you think?
Oh, it's gonna be the same. We might get a couple of new items here, color variations of previous items too. Maybe that'll be nice. It is always nice, but it's not enough. And I think they might also mention again, yeah, look forward to a real update yeah, later on, but we'll see. We'll see if they actually acknowledge it again.
Yeah, yeah. Nina, are you kind of there too?
I think we're gonna continue to get those little cultural items. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's over. New Horizons is done, everybody. You heard it here. Um, at the same time, like I have my doubts of the next update being that substantial one. I think very much like what we've been seeing, this might be along those lines, but I'm still hoping for that major update, hopefully around year three, hopefully sooner, honestly, but
Yeah.
I'm expecting it later than sooner. That's what we got to say about that. I'm glad we got to talk about it because, like I said, we've had a few weeks that we didn't quite get to this topic, so
Right.
I thought it was something worth covering.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hop into Haken's Islander Corner. For those of you who don't know, every single week we ask our patrons on Patreon a question and read their answers out loud for you here on the show. This week's question was, have you restarted or flattened your island? I wanted to kind of build off of their thoughts after hearing that last episode with all our callers. Everybody made some really awesome points. I want to see what people still have to say about this. And we got a lot of answers on this one because
Ooh.
it's been a couple weeks of no Haken Islander corners. So
Yeah.
we're playing some catch up here. We wanted to get plenty of you in. So I think we'll go Nina, then Sergio, then me.
Okay. So, Lotta V says, no, I like redoing small portions of my island. I also don't plan out anything or make things symmetrical because it looks natural and I'm all about freestyling. That's nice. As someone who really likes symmetry in their island, I'm always impressed when people can do that nicely.
I always try to go for not symmetrical on mine.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there's just like something I really appreciate about a winding road in my
Yes.
in
Yes.
my town.
Yeah.
Nice. So Amy said, flatten it twice. It takes forever, but I couldn't deal with losing all my DIYs and achievements. Yes, I'm with you, Amy. I think that's the best approach. You get to redo your island without losing a lot of things that you definitely don't want to lose.
Those achievements are huge for me, for sure.
Yeah.
Nebula said, no, and I actually haven't even changed its original layout much via terraforming. I totally see how starting over or designing from scratch can be a blast, but personally, I enjoy the challenge of designing around the natural environment as much as I can. Unfortunately, this means I'm stuck with both river mouths facing south and all my higher ground at the north side of the island. And like Nina, no tide pools. But I just love the challenge, and it's been gratifying to see the same island that I had back in March 2020 develop into what it's become. By the way, the call-in show was fantastic. Great discussions and food for thought. I'm glad you liked it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, at some point in my flattening, I was like, "Oh, have I made a mistake?
Yeah.
I need to go back. I'm gonna watch my old videos and recreate my island to what it was exactly, inch by inch." So to some extent, I'm like, that'd still be an interesting project to do.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll try to recreate the original Haken New Horizons island that I went into. But
Yeah.
I don't think that we're going to get that on my next flattening. Like I said, I've got areas that I'm a fan of and that I want to like more build off of. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna do what I have with the island I've made since my flattening.
You know what? And I can give like advice as someone who creates art. I always find that like when I'm painting or drawing and I'm at the point where I hate it, I hate what I'm doing, it's the worst I've ever done, and I'm gonna ruin it. That's the time to stop and take a break because inevitably when you come back it's not as bad as you think. You're looking at it with fresh eyes and you can kind of figure out what you need to fix or what is looking really good. So sometimes it takes a few days to let that sink in.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Nice.
So Kakaloo says, I haven't done very much terraforming. I've always preferred the generated landscape over what I can do. The few spots I did terraform are ones I hate a little and have no idea how to fix. I have always regretted deleting my GameCube town, and I haven't deleted a town since. The feeling just isn't the same. Anyway, creating a new town unless it's a new iteration of the game. That makes sense. I mean, I still have my new Leaf Town, like I said last episode, and I like turning it on every once in a while and revisiting. So
I wish I had that sense of regret right after my GameCube one a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I lost my Wii town, I restarted my Wild World, and now I'm just like, I wish I could go back to all of those.
Yeah. So Samantha B said, I flattened my island this week because I wanted new motivation to play. Right now, everything is flat and loaded with trees, flowers, and bushes only. I am so happy to design a whole new island. I'm full of ideas and just want to play all the time. And that last part is wonderful to see because that's what you want to do. You want to keep playing Animal Crossing. So if that worked for you, Samantha, that's awesome. I'm very happy for that.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying last time, Nina. Like, if you get really into the town builder aspect of it, that might be the game for you,
Yeah.
So HH said, I've flattened 2.5 times, the half being my current attempt. I find that I am always afraid to make the first move, the first packing up an area, but I am always so thankful and exhilarated after I do it. That's awesome. Yeah. That totally takes me back to like the first time terraforming in general. It took me probably a solid week before I was willing to try to change anything on my original island. So I get that step is really hard to take.
Quantrell says, unless Nina causes me to do it due to my earlier promise, I plan to restart once the very last update ever drops. Oh, man. Well, Quantrell, so far I haven't restarted. So far I'm still trying out Fox Cove again. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know because I know you weren't the only one to promise a restart pack with me.
That last update dropping is the day I'd probably buy another Switch just to play a whole fresh island.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'm not deleting Haken.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Never again. I'll flatten it and rebuild, yes, but never gonna delete the original one. But I'll buy another Switch to play through the full, complete, final update. That'll be a fun thing to do.
Hopefully they'll be nice and cheap by then.
Oh, yeah. I know for sure I'm gonna get a refurbished one. I won't pay full price for that next Switch.
So Taylor said, I have done both. I really enjoy both experiences. When I flattened, I got to keep everything and create something entirely new. When I restarted, I got to pick a new island name and plan my theme better. Both were a good experience, and I think all players should try them at least once. That's a good point. And because they are, they're kind of similar, but they're different, and the differences are pretty substantial. You get to keep everything, or you get to completely redo everything, including the theme, including your town fruit and the color of the airport. So there are a lot of things to keep in mind there.
Yeah, that's true.
So Leah J. Jen said, I haven't done either, but I've been working on reigniting my excitement for the game. I'm currently going through different areas of my town and reworking on them to better reflect the things I love. For example, I have an outdoor gym area, but I don't love working out, so I'm replacing it with a plant store. I'm also adding in a boba tea shop and a mountain resort area to my town. That I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. They give you a lot of outdoor gym things, and so it makes sense to
Yes.
like build one, get yourself a muscle beach going. But if that's not you, like a plant store sounds great, boba tea shop
Yeah,
also wonderful, mountain resort. You're speaking my language here. I'm
yeah.
going to your island.
We got our location for the first Haken.
Yeah, for sure. Haken, an Animal Crossing convention. Be on the lookout for that when the pandemic ends.
Nice.
Islander Fifi says, I have flattened twice. The first time was October of last year, and I didn't really have a solid plan of what I wanted to do with my island. So I ended up flattening again in January with a better plan in mind this time. I am still slowly building everything back up. I haven't been playing as much as I used to, and there's definitely always something to do when I get a chance to play. That's so nice. I
Hmm.
like that you're not rushing it too. That's you got to live the life of Sergio and and extend your playtime.
There's always next year, Sergio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kelly said, I have flattened my island about a year in because I hated the layout and design of it after a while and wanted a fresh change. It really helped me get back into the game again and added probably another 100 hours of gameplay for me.
Mm.
I would definitely do it again as opposed to restarting, since I don't want to lose all my items and DIYs, as well as losing the sentimental value that my first New Horizons island holds. That's true.
Mm.
I guess that's probably flattening is the more popular approach because you
Yeah.
do get to keep those very important things, but you still get the liberty and the freedom of redesigning your whole island pretty much.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and you can really bring your own flavor and character to it.
Right.
Mhm.
Kimber said, I flatten sections and work on them until eventually I have a new island theme or look, but I haven't flattened completely. I've done this process probably 3 or 4 times now. I've been tempted to restart, but the thought of losing all those DIYs prevents me from doing it.
Mhm.
All 600 and what, Nina?
641?
What do you want? Yes.
641 DIYs and counting. Who knows when we'll get the next ones?
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Kiwi says, I have flattened once and not restarted. I just feel attached to my villagers and the overall feel of it being my first island. However, after flattening the whole island and rebuilding it, I absolutely adore my new design and I don't think I will restart ever and won't flatten for a long time. So,
Mm.
Sergio, you're definitely right. This flattening is definitely the most popular.
Yeah.
It looks like, once you get that building bug and you get really good at terraforming and knowing how to use those tools
Yes.
as like efficiently as possible because there is more efficient ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You just got to roll with it. That sounds like fun too.
Yeah. And I'll say, totally as somebody who's done it, it does reach that point where you're like, wow, I made something real special here. This is cool.
Yeah.
So Rachel Crossing said, I flattened my island last summer and I haven't looked back since. I'm much happier with the layout of my island now than I was then. To make it more manageable, I demolished and rebuilt my island in sections rather than flattening it all at once. It was a lot of hard work. It is not something I would do again, but I would say it's worth it for anyone considering it. Rachel,
Mm.
that's a great idea, doing it in sections because, like you said, it is a lot of hard work and it takes a long time. So if you can
Mhm.
sort of segregate different areas and work your way around it, that's perfect. I think that's great.
Dennis, or Obsessed Polyglot, said, I haven't restarted or flattened my island so far. As people who know me well could easily tell you, I'm really bad at throwing things away, and as a result, reset buttons in games freak me out.
Mm.
I might consider flattening my island at some point to do some large scale decorating, but even then, I'd probably end up flattening several smaller sections of the island one by one instead of the whole thing at once. If I did that, I'm 99% sure I'd walk around the flat island and be so overwhelmed by the prospect of having to fill it all with that the game wouldn't be relaxing or enjoyable anymore.
Mm.
Yes, that is definitely a feeling you'll feel. I felt it. And if you know yourself and your personality, then I'm pretty confident you're going to feel that way. So section it off, do little parts at a time, and I think you'll do pretty well. That's my next approach for sure. Just like many people have said today, I'm
Yes.
gonna do little sections at a time and not feel like my town is terrible at any moment. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast. If you're sad to see us go, join us over on Discord. You can talk with other people who love Animal Crossing as much as you do, including Sergio, Nina, and me. Link is in the description. Want to support Haken in a bigger way and voice your thoughts in the Haken Islander Corner? Head over to patreon.com/ChuyPlays. $1 goes a long way to making this show even better and includes tons of goodies for you to enjoy. Get a special role on Discord, read a monthly newsletter, and get many other great rewards. We really appreciate the support and put your money towards some great things on the show. If you're listening on YouTube, let us know if you've restarted or flattened your island. Reviews really help the show get discovered by more people. Please leave a review on your platform of choice and let us know how we're doing. Haken is a Wild production brought to you by Chuy, Sergio, Nina, and all of our patrons. We thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you all next time.